Hey guys, so good evening. Welcome to another Stocks by Request where we talk about the top stocks that you guys requested via social media. For today, I want to talk about the ones that moved up relatively much now for today. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about Chelsea. I'm talking about Dito. And then we're going to talk about ABS CBN. For today, this is mainly based on technical analysis. As you all know, technicals is based on past prices plotted into charts that allows you to be able to trade drawing support and resistances using moving averages, using indicators so that you can buy, sell based on the chart patterns, based on the parameters that you have set. In no means, though, that technical analysis is something that will help you predict. It's not something that helps you forecast. It's not something that will help you guess how it will go. It's just basically us trying to use the charts so that you can analyze areas of support and areas of resistance. In some way, it allows you to manage your risk. Before I continue, my name is Marvin Gurmo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I create daily videos on both of my channels. My first channel has over 1,600 videos already, where we talk about the stock market, trading, investing, and this channel where we do a lot of raw technical analysis videos. So if you like more of this, like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about trading, and about the stock market. So please remember also, before I continue with all of this, these are not stock picks. These are not stock tips. This is me sharing my analysis via what the charts are telling us because I'm under the belief and the assumption that technical analysis, that price discounts everything, that everything I need to know is found on the price or on the charts or on the stock. And I don't, the reason why I love technical is because it prevents me from guessing, it prevents me from forecasting, it prevents me from listening to what my friend has to say. And everything, my decisions are based on this. But in no means, please do not buy a stock just because it's said in Facebook, in YouTube. Do not buy, sell, hold, avoid, or transact just because people are talking about it. You have to make that decision on your own because no one will take care of your money more than you. No one will take care of how you want to be financially free or where you will be financially. It has to be you who has to make that decision. So, as what I've always done, as part of my practice before I go on with stocks that I want to analyze further, I always proceed with the index. And since we've been talking about this naman on a daily basis, I'll just get in right in the thick of the action. I mentioned this over the weekend that the PSEI broke out from this downward trending line. As of today, October 5, 2020, we are still above the downward trending line. So we are not yet back here and down here. But what we are seeing is this. The PSEI failed to break this particular resistance level. So this resistance at the 6,030 mark is the current resistance that the PSEI needs to break because if it does not break that mark, then there's a possibility, there's a shot, there's a chance that from this, it could possibly break the 20-day moving average again. And that's something that you have to watch also for tomorrow. And also, if it breaks below this, then it will go back to where the resistance is at the 5.8 level. Please remember, if the PSEI goes back to the 5.8 level, then it actually means that it broke below the 20-day moving average and it's back again to its downward path. It just shows us also that from this perspective, how strong the 6,023 level is as a form of resistance. Now, I want to piggyback and continue first with the telco series and then before we go with ABS CBN because ABS CBN also had a lot of movement today and just we're just going to analyze that from a charting perspective. Let's go first with maybe Chelsea first. So for Chelsea, this is how it looks like. It's quite clear now after the breakout from the 200-day moving average. It just it continually moved up and broke out from this resistance, broke out from this resistance, and then broke out from this resistance. And then today it broke out from the 6 peso mark. So that being said, the next possible progression for Chelsea, based on at least the technicals, is the next resistance is now at the 6.65 level. So please do write this down. Resistance, Chelsea, 6.65. It's still fully moving in its reversal from its downward path to where it is right now. So current support based on this 6 pesos is the support level. So For those who are trading this or those who are using support and resistance to analyze Chelsea, please do note that 6 is your new support right now. If we see Chelsea fail to hold the 6 peso level, then there's a narrative that it could go back to the next support levels at 5.55 to as low as 4.76. But here's the thing, if we see Chelsea break out from the 6 peso level or at least stay above the 6 peso level, then it has a shot to go to 6.65. Breakout from 6.65 from this perspective could bring Chelsea to where the next resistance is, to around 7.15 pesos per share, then followed by here at the 7.52 mark. So I repeat, if 6 solidifies as a support, next resistance is 6.65. If it after the breakout from 6, if it breaks out from 6.65, the next resistances are 7.15 and 7.53. Failure to hold 6, next possible support is at the 5.55 level. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. And by the way, guys, no, I just wanted to note this. Later on tonight, we're going to talk about Tesla also. I'm going to talk more about US markets. I really believe that it's something that's helpful and useful, that as traders it's nice to be highly connected to a lot of markets out there. It's nice to know what's going on also around the world, because there's a lot of things outside the Philippines that if you do it properly and you know the proper rudiments of technicals and fundamentals, you will do very, very well. Anyways, after C, I want to talk about now telecoms naman. As you can see, they've all been moving up, and then we have also Converge ICT happening in the next few weeks. Anyways, for now, I mentioned this. I encircled this the last time we made the video, that if it stays above the 3.7 level, which has shown itself as a level of support, then we may possibly see now proceed and go higher. As of this video, October 5 now is higher already than the 3.7 level. But that being said, also now has started to break out from this 4.2 resistance. So the next thing that I'll do right now is I will start to zoom out and try to find the next possible resistance for the stock. So what's so interesting in this is now has not gone up this level since October 2018. So it's worth noting that this entire sideways trend that we've seen for now has been more than two, at least close to 2 years already. So that being said, please just write this down. If now stays above this current level, please remember it tried to break out from this August 2019, but to no avail. It tried to do it again January 2019, but to no avail. So I just want to point this to all of you that if it stays above the 4.25 level, the next possible resistance for now is at the 4.9 level, followed by the 6 peso mark. So please just write that down. If 4.25 will hold, next possible resistance will be 4.9. If 4.9, if the stock breaks out from 4.9, next possible resistance is at the 6 peso mark. So again, please do write it down. 4.25 resistance, support. If this does not hold, then there's a possible retracement to the 3.7. So 4.25 new support. This does not hold. Next possible support is 3.7. This holds. Possible area for it to go is 4.9, as high as the 5.97 or 6 peso mark. So again, as you can see right here, this particular downward push was broken. Reversal signal happened around May, then it started to push up. If you allow me to zoom out even further, this is how it particularly looks like. But what I'm possibly saying to all of you is this: the breakout from the 4.25 level, 4.24 level will give it an opportunity to at least attack the 4.9 level. Fails to hold that level, fails to break out from that level, you can make a decision. But if it breaks out from that level, next possible resistance is around 6. So tomorrow also, of course, since we don't know, we can't predict, we can't forecast, we can't uh, guess how it will go. If this level does not hold, then the possible retracement for it will be here at the 3.7 level. So that's where we are for now. Right now, we talk about Chelsea. Let's talk about Dito. So for Dito naman, this is how it looks, no. So Dito had a large green massive candle today, and it's down. It's reversal. It's uptrend. It's movement up is still pretty much intact. So whatever we've done over the past few days, denoting that it's in an uptrend, is still pretty much intact. So the 5.95 level right now is showing itself as support. So I want to note this also that Dito closed with a 1.6 billion value turnover. That's very, very strong. Last week, Friday, 1.1 billion. Thursday, 1.1 billion. 1.6 billion means a lot of pesos change hands. A lot of people took profits at one, given that transaction also, but there were a lot of people also who bought. Given that large transaction base. Now, the next possible resistance for Dito, if you'll allow me to plot it, it will be based on the ISM chart. I still don't know why Chart Nexus does not allow me to show the last portions of it. No, but as you can see here, I'll just show you Dito once again. You can see here, the new support is 5.95, so it closed at around 6.81. So that being said, if you put it in lace with ISM also, possible ISM, possible resistance is 6.5, 7.19, and then the next one is somewhere around here to the 8.47 level. So given that Dito today closed at 6.81, it's very, very clear already that it's right past this. We saw Dito break past this resistance. Then we also saw it break past the 6.53 level. So the next resistance right now for Dito to break is at the 7.19 area, followed by the 8.47 level. So please remember today, I'll just write it, I'll just put it again now. Here, Dito is above the 5.6 resistance and above the 5.95 resistance level. So that being said, if the 5.95 level, which is right over here, will hold, the next resistance that it went past and broke past is the 6.5 level. So now what you need to write down is current support is 6.5. 6.5 does not hold. You could see it retrace to 6. But if 6.5 will hold, the next resistance that it needs to break is 7.2. If 7.2 breaks, next possible target will be the 8.47 level. But allow me to just continually update you on this progressing story, which is laden by so much volume. Ayan na naman ako, hindi ko na zoom in para sa inyo. But ayan, so please just take note of this. These are the levels to watch out for Dito. 7.2 next resistance, 8.5 next resistance. Current support is around the 6.5 level as of today. Now, I want to end this with ABS CBN. There are a lot of news items coming out, but I just saw it mainly from two newspapers, and then there's not much news yet. And all of what we're seeing right now is there's no disclosed information yet. And allow me to update you once I see disclosures come out already, once ABS CBN fully disclose it, and once I see the PSE also would fully disclose it. So as of now, what I'm gonna show you is what the charts are purely telling us, because at the end of the day, what's so interesting about technicals is that you get to see everything naman based on what the charts are telling you. So what the charts are telling us right now is basically this. Uh, Please remember that ABS has massively gone down. No, this was around 60 pesos per share around 2016, and from that point, it has gone down to around 6 pesos per share. So it lost 90% of its stock price from where it was in 2016. And that being said, though, before its closure, uh, it was building a support level at the 14 peso range, as you can see here. 14 peso range, 14 peso range, 14 peso range, and then you have another one right over here. Then when ABS CBN was really shut down, you saw the stock start to drop to the 6 peso level. So that's what we're seeing right here. And then because of that, also you see it build a thin consolidation level from the 6.4 mark to around the 7.9 resistance. So from July, August, September up until a portion of October to where we are right now, we see ABS CBN start to break out from this particular level. So that being said, from a tech standpoint, ABS CBN I think closed with around 50 plus million pesos in value turnover, which is much better than other at least low volume stocks. Now that being said, with the 50 million value turnover, it broke past the sideways short range that it was trading at from from the 6.5 level to the 7.9 level. So 6.5 support, it never broke lower than that. Then 7.9 resistance, we saw ABS even break past that. Then we also saw it break past the 7.9 resistance level. Now, that being said, from a tech standpoint, a couple of things could happen. And since this is all price action right now, there's really nothing confirmed. Something negative about it could possibly make the stock go retrace here. Should selling happen, possible support is at the 7.9 level. But if buying continues, the possible progression is it could go to the 14.35 level. So, what I'm saying is this: more buyers still come out. You could see it challenge and attack the resistance at the 14.35 level, which is where I drew a horizontal line, which is also close to the 200-day moving average, which functions also as a resistance. Then, if things are not favorable, I don't know whatever disclosures will come out, or if selling continues. If selling will continue right now, it could possibly go back to where the support is, or which is the previous resistance at the 7.9 level. And if that 7.9 level does not hold, then you could possibly see it retrace to the 6.5 level. So those are the possible progressions for it. But please remember, as of today, October 5, 2020, by the time I'm making this video, ABS CBN's franchise is still not renewed. The frequency that they were using prior to all of this is not yet still available for them. So that's where we are from a chart standpoint. Please, after this, we have a video talking about Tesla. Again, I'm double downing and talking more about US markets because I really believe that we have to grow as traders and investors, learning to trade not just Philippine markets, but learning to trade in and out of our markets as well. Then, if you have not watched it yet, 8 p.m., just a couple of hours ago, in my main channel, we discussed uh, a V reversal, that the economy will move fast if a cure is given. If we find the cure for the coronavirus, the Philippine economy will zoom up. Our guest for that video is Wilson Flores. So there, I hope you guys learned a lot from this. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section. Again, these are not stock tips. These are not stock picks. This is me analyzing the stocks from a technical analysis standpoint with one intention, just for you to learn, just for you to be able to grow in maturity in trading the markets, because it can be done if you do it right, you do it properly, and you do the work to learn. You can grow, and you can use the stock market also as a tool for you to be able to help you trade and grow well using capital appreciation. So that's it for now. Links below for other videos, fundamental and technical analysis. And we have a Patreon channel for those, or Patreon community for those who want to support the YouTube videos that I've been doing. So there. If you guys have any questions, just slide them over via DM on my Instagram. Slide them over also via our Patreon community, via our YouTube community. And I guess that's it. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that added value to you, and I hope that this is something that gave you so much content and is bringing you closer and closer to your dreams of financial freedom. Marvin Germo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all on our next video an hour from now as we talk about Tesla. God bless you all, and bye bye.